The last thing Abraham said to me was, "I love you, Lay." Not in person, in a text message sent moments before his car went off Highland Bridge. I didn't see the message until 3 hours later, after the police had already knocked on our door. My name is Layla, and 6 days ago I became a widow at 36. I'm standing in our kitchen now, staring at the eviction notice Harmony just handed me, her perfectly manicured nails drumming against our marble countertop. My mother-in-law's face is a mask of rehearsed sympathy, but her eyes gleam with something else. "It's really for the best, dear," she says, her voice dripping honey. "You and the children can stay with your sister until we sort out Abraham's affairs. The house was never properly transferred to you, you see. I want to scream. I want to throw something. Instead, I fold the paper carefully and meet her gaze. The children are at school. I'll need time to pack their things. Of course, of course. Killian will send movers tomorrow morning." She adjusts her Hermes scarf. "We're family, Layla. We'll take care of everything." Family? Right. The same family that didn't attend our wedding because Abraham chose to marry a nobody instead of the society daughter they'd picked out. The same family that's never once remembered our children's birthdays. "I appreciate your concern," I manage, my voice steady. "Would you like some tea? Would you—" Harmony's smile tightens. "No, thank you. I have a charity luncheon." She clicks toward the door in her Louboutins, pausing dramatically. "Abraham would want us to handle this gracefully." The door closes behind her and I sink to the floor, pressing my palms against the cool tiles. My phone buzzes. It's Fatima. "Tell me she didn't," Fatima says when I answer. "She did. Eviction notice. Says the house was never legally secured to me." "That absolute witch!" Fatima's lawyer voice kicks in. "Don't sign anything. Don't move a single box. I'm coming over." An hour later, we're sitting in my study, surrounded by papers. Fatima's reading glasses perch on her nose as she scans documents. "They're moving fast," she mutters. "Too fast. They must think you don't have copies of anything." "Abraham handled most of the paperwork," I admit. "He said everything was taken care of, but you trusted him instead of checking yourself," Fatima finishes. "Okay, we need to—" The front door opens, and Killian's voice booms through the house. "Layla? Where are you hiding, sister dear?" I shoot Fatima a warning look, and she quickly gathers the papers. My brother-in-law appears in the doorway, all expensive suit and artificial charm. "Ah, there you are." His eyes narrow at Fatima. "And with a lawyer already? Moving rather quickly, aren't we?" "Fatima is a friend," I say quietly. "She's helping me understand the situation." "The situation is simple," Killian says, walking around the study, touching things that aren't his. "This house belongs to Steel Enterprises, mothers being generous, offering you time to move out gracefully." "And the Children's Trust Fund?" Fatima asks sharply. Killian's smile doesn't reach his eyes. "All Steele family matters will be handled by our legal team. I'm sure you understand." After they leave, Fatima grabs my shoulders. "They're trying to steamroll you. We need to fight back." "No," I say, surprising myself with how calm I feel. "Not yet." I walk to Abraham's desk, pulling out an old leather folder I've seen him add to over the years. It's marked simply, "Open if anything happens to me." "What's that?" Fatima asks. "Insurance," I reply, running my fingers over the worn leather. Abraham always said his family would show their true colors when the time came. Looks like he was right. I open the folder, and a small key falls out, along with a note in my husband's handwriting. "Safety deposit box 247, First National. Remember what I taught you, Lay. The best revenge is patient." For the first time since Abraham died, I smile. "Fatima, how would you like to help me destroy the Steele family?" She grins back, already reaching for her phone. "I thought you'd never ask." Upstairs, I hear the children's nanny getting them ready for bed. Their voices drift down, my daughter singing, my son laughing. The sounds steal my resolve. They think I'm just the nobody Abraham married, the charity case they have to deal with. They have no idea what's coming. I tuck the key into my pocket and pick up the eviction notice, tearing it precisely down the middle. Let them think they've won, I whisper. For now. First National Bank's marble floors echo under my heels as I follow the manager to the vault. It's early. I made sure to arrive right at opening before the Steeles could think to check Abraham's accounts. Here we are, Mrs. Steele. Box 247. The manager inserts his key, waiting for me to use mine. Take all the time you need. Inside the safety deposit box, I find exactly what I hoped for. A thick manila envelope, a USB drive, and another smaller envelope marked Read First. My hands shake as I open it. My dearest Leigh, Abraham's familiar handwriting makes my throat tight. If you're reading this, I'm gone, and my family is probably already showing their fangs. Don't let them see you bleed. Everything you need is in here. The updated will, share certificates, property deeds. Most importantly, there's a codicil I filed last month. They'll never see it coming. Love, A. Found something interesting? I jump at Fatima's voice. She's standing in the doorway of the private viewing room, coffee in hand. Everything, I whisper. He left everything. We spread the documents across the table. Property deeds, bank statements, and, most importantly, the codicil to Abraham's will, dated just weeks before his death. Fatima's eyes widen as she reads. Holy shit, Leigh. He left you 51% of Steele Enterprises. And the house, I add, finding the property deed. He transferred it to me completely last year. Which means Harmony's eviction notice is worth less than the paper it's printed on. I lean back, letting out a long breath. He knew. He knew they'd try to take everything. Fatima's already in lawyer mode, organizing documents. We need to make copies, multiple copies, and... Her phone buzzes. She glances at it and swears. Killian's called an emergency board meeting for tomorrow morning. Let me guess, to discuss the succession plan for the company? You got it. She looks at me carefully. We could stop this right now, walk into that meeting with these documents, and end their little power play before it starts. I think about Harmony's smug face delivering the eviction notice, about Killian touching Abraham's things like he already owned them, about the way they've treated us for years. No, I say slowly. Not yet. I want to see how far they'll go. Leigh, Fatima's voice turns serious. If we wait, they might do real damage. To the company? To your reputation? Good. I start gathering the documents. Let them dig their own graves. I want witnesses when they fall in. Back home, I find moving boxes stacked in the foyer. A note from Killian. Movers coming at 2. Don't make this difficult. I'm in the kitchen shredding the note when my phone rings. It's Stacy, Killian's girlfriend. Layla, I'm so sorry about all this. She sounds genuinely distressed. Killian told me they're just trying to protect the company's interests, but the way they're treating you... It's fine, Stacy. Really. I keep my voice neutral, detecting an opportunity. They're just doing what they think is best. Still, listen, there's a shareholders meeting next week. Killian's planning something big. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but... Stacy, I cut her off gently, you don't have to choose sides. I know, but... She pauses. Can we have coffee sometime, just to talk? Perfect. Of course, I'd like that. After we hang up, Fatima raises an eyebrow. You're playing a dangerous game. I learned from the best. I tap the USB drive. Abraham always said knowledge is power. Let's see what else he left us. We spend the next hour reviewing files, years of correspondence, financial records, meeting minutes, evidence of everything the Steeles never wanted exposed. Leigh, Fatima says finally, they'll fight dirty when they realize what's happening. Are you ready for that? I look at the family photo on my desk, Abraham and me, our children laughing in our arms. Then at the moving boxes in the hall. waiting to pack away our lives. They started this fight, I say quietly. I'm going to finish it. The doorbell rings. Through the window, I see the moving truck pulling up. Showtime, Fatima says. I straighten my spine and head for the door, the weight of Abraham's USB drive secure in my pocket. Let them think they're winning. Let them think I'm broken. They have no idea that every box they pack, every threat they make, every lie they tell, it's all evidence, all ammunition. Abraham taught me well. Patience is a weapon all its own. I open the door to face the movers, wearing my best helpless widow smile. Come in, please. Though I should warn you, we have an awful lot to pack. The Steel Enterprises boardroom feels like a vulture's nest. I'm sitting in the back, watching through my laptop screen, as Killian struts around the conference table, outlining his vision for the company's future. The quarterly shareholders meeting has gone virtual due to renovations, but I can still feel the predatory energy through the screen. As interim CEO, Killian announces, his face filling the Zoom window, my first action will be streamlining our real estate holdings, starting with the sale of the Highland property. My property, my home. The market's hot, he continues. We've already had several interested buyers. Excuse me? A voice interrupts. It's Melina, Abraham's cousin. Isn't that where Layla and the children are living? They're temporary residents, yes. Killian's smile is shark-like. They've been notified of the transition. I watch Melina's face on screen. Something flickers there. Doubt, maybe recognition of the family's cruelty. Interesting. Now, moving on to restructuring, Killian says, we'll be making significant changes to management. His video freezes momentarily. When it returns, he's talking to someone off-screen, apparently unaware his microphone is still live. Just get rid of her, he hisses. That worthless breeder's been living off my brother's charity long enough. Gasps echo through several Zoom windows. Melina's hand flies to her mouth. I hit record on my screen capture software, my hands steady despite the rage burning in my chest. Killian returns to camera, oblivious to his hot mic moment. As I was saying, a message pops up in my private chat. It's from Stacy. Can you meet me at Riverside Cafe in an hour? You need to see something. I send a quick yes and return to watching Killian dismantle everything Abraham built. Harmony pipes up occasionally from her window, all supportive smiles and subtle digs about family legacy. An hour later, I'm sliding into a booth across from Stacy, who looks nervous. I shouldn't be doing this, she says, glancing around. But what they're planning, it's wrong. She slides a folder across the table. Inside are internal memos, financial reports, and emails between Killian and Theo, the family accountant. They're not just selling the house, Stacy whispers. They're liquidating everything Abraham built. The charitable foundation, the education trust for the kids. Killian's already moved millions into offshore accounts. And Harmony knows? She's orchestrating it. Stacy stops as her phone buzzes. It's Killian. I have to go. But Layla, be careful. They're not just trying to take your home. They want to erase you completely. After she leaves, I call Fatima. How fast can you get me a forensic accountant? Already on it, she replies. That hot mic moment is trending on Twitter, by the way. Melina's been trying to reach you. Perfect. The cracks are starting to show. I'm leaving the cafe when I spot Theo hurrying down the street, manila envelope in hand. On impulse, I follow him. He leads me straight to an upscale bar where Killian is waiting. Finding a table within earshot, I order a sparkling water and pretend to work on my laptop while they talk. The transfers are done, Theo says quietly. But we need to move faster. People are asking questions. Let them, Killian replies. By the time anyone figures it out, everything will be locked down. That bitch won't see a penny. And the children's trusts? What about them? They're not real steals anyway. Probably not even Abraham's. My water glass slips, shattering on the floor. They both turn. I meet Killian's eyes, letting him see my rage for the first time. Well, he drawls, recovering quickly. Eavesdropping now, Layla? How desperate. I stand slowly, gathering my things. You know what Abraham used to say about you, Killian? That you were so busy plotting to take his place, you never learned how to earn it. His face darkens. Get out, while you still can. Gladly. I pause at their table. Oh, and Theo? Maybe check those transfer authorizations again, carefully. I feel their stares as I walk out, my heart pounding but my steps steady. Back in my car, I call Fatima again. How long will it take to get those forensic accounting reports? A week? Maybe less? Why? I start the engine, thinking of Abraham's USB drive, still untouched. Because I think I know what we'll find, and why Abraham was looking into Killian's accounts before he died. Fatima hesitates. Are you sure you want to pull this thread? If Abraham was investigating his own brother, then his accident might not have been an accident at all. The pieces are falling into place now, each revelation darker than the last. But I'm done being afraid. Done being the grieving widow they can push around. It's time to show the Steeles exactly who they're dealing with. You look amazing, Stacy gushes, air kissing my cheeks at the Steele Enterprises charity gala. That dress is killer. She's right. The red silk draws every eye in the room, including Killian's, who nearly drops his champagne when he spots me. What the hell is she doing here? I hear him hiss to Harmony. I'm still a Steele, I announce, loud enough for nearby guests to hear. And this charity was Abraham's passion project. I wouldn't miss it. Harmony's social mask slips for just a second before she recovers. Of course, dear. Though given the circumstances... The circumstances? I raise an eyebrow. You mean how you're trying to dissolve the foundation that provides scholarships to underprivileged children? Several board members turn to stare. Harmony's face tightens. Perhaps we should discuss family matters privately, she suggests through clenched teeth. Why? Isn't transparency important in charitable organizations? Before she can respond, Melina appears at my side. Layla, I've been hoping to talk to you. She loops her arm through mine, steering me away. Let's get a drink. At the bar, Melina drops her society smile. That was bold. Just getting started, I reply, accepting a mineral water. How's the family treating you these days? Like I'm a potential threat, she sips her wine. They're paranoid, Layla. Ever since that hot mic incident, Killian's been watching everyone, even had IT sweep the offices for bugs. Interesting? Find anything? No, but... She leans closer. Theo's been working late every night, and I saw him shredding documents yesterday. I press a business card into her hand. If you see anything else, call this number. It's a secure line. Across the room, I spot Stacy arguing with Killian. She storms off toward the ladies' room, and I follow. I find her fixing her makeup, hands shaking. He's impossible, she mutters. Ever since Abraham died, it's like he's possessed. What happened? He wanted me to sign something, as a witness, but the dates were wrong. They were backdated to before Abraham's death. She meets my eyes in the mirror. I refused. Smart girl. I hand her a tissue. What kind of documents? Transfer authorizations. Something about offshore accounts and the children's trusts. She turns to face me. Layla, I think they're trying to make it look like Abraham approved all this before he died. Can you get copies? She nods slowly. Killian keeps everything in his home office. I have a key. Be careful, I warn. Don't take risks. Too late. She pulls out her phone, showing me photos of documents. I already did. Back home that night, I forward Stacy's photos to Fatima, who calls immediately. This is gold, she says. The forensic accountant's going to love this. But Lay, there's something else. I found something on Abraham's USB drive. What? Email exchanges with a private investigator. Abraham was looking into Killian's finances months before he died. He found irregularities, big ones. My hands grow cold. What kind of irregularities? Systematic embezzlement going back years. Millions siphoned through shell companies. And get this, the last email was sent the day before Abraham's accident. The implications hit me like a physical blow. He confronted Killian, didn't he? Looks that way. There's a calendar entry for a meeting with him that morning. I sink into my chair, remembering Abraham's last text. I love you, Lay. Had he known something was wrong? A knock at the door startles me. It's Bo, Fatima's brother, and my ex from college. Fatima sent me, he says, holding up a laptop. I'm the forensic accountant. You're kidding. Best in the business now. He grins. Plus, I owe you one for not telling everyone why we really broke up senior year. I let him in, watching him set up his equipment. Find anything interesting? Oh, yeah. His fingers fly over the keyboard. Your brother-in-law's been a very bad boy. But here's the weird part. Some of these transactions trace back to accounts controlled by Harmony. Mother and son working together? More like mother controlling son. He turns the screen toward me. Look at these emails. She's been orchestrating everything for years, including the campaign against you. My phone buzzes. A text from Stacy. Kay found out I took pics. Coming to your house now. He's crazy angry. Bo, I say quietly, how fast can you copy those files? Why? Because we're about to have company. I forward Stacy's text to Fatima, adding, start recording everything. Headlights sweep across the windows as a car screeches into my driveway. Time to see just how far Killian will go when cornered, and time to show him he's not the only one who knows how to play dirty. The pounding on my front door echoes through the house. Bo quickly packs his laptop while I check on the children, thankfully still asleep upstairs. Open this door, you manipulative bitch, Killian's voice carries through the wood. I activate my phone's recording app and open the door. Killian barges in, face flushed with rage and alcohol. Where are they? He demands, swaying slightly. The documents Stacy took. Lower your voice, I say calmly. My children are sleeping. Your children? He laughs bitterly. You mean the meal tickets you trapped my brother with? We all know they're probably not even his. That's enough. Bo steps into view, his presence making Killian pause. Who the hell are you? Someone who's recording every word you're saying, Bo replies evenly. Want to rethink that statement about the children? Killian's eyes narrow. You're sleeping with her already? Didn't take long to replace my brother, did it? Get out, I say quietly, before I call the police. Go ahead, call them. He pulls out his phone. While you're at it, call the school board. Explain why your kids' tuition checks are about to bounce. My blood runs cold. What did you do? Frozen all the accounts connected to the trust, emergency financial review. His smile is cruel. Good luck enrolling them anywhere with your credit destroyed. Bo steps forward, but I hold up a hand. Don't. He's not worth it. This is just the beginning, Killian sneers. By the time we're done, you'll wish you'd taken Mother's first offer and disappeared quietly. After he storms out, Bo turns to me. You okay? No. My hands are shaking. But I will be. My phone rings. It's Fatima. I heard everything. We've got it recorded. But there's more. Melina just sent me something interesting about Harmony. What? Letters. Between Harmony and Abraham's ex-fiancé from before he met you. Harmony was still writing to her up until last year, promising to fix the mistake of Abraham marrying you. Of course she was. I sink onto the couch. Any other good news? Actually, yes. Remember that private investigator Abraham hired? He's willing to talk. The next morning, I meet the investigator, a weathered man named Jack, at a diner outside town. Abraham was on to something big, he says, sliding a file across the table. Started with Killian's embezzlement, but led to something darker. Harmony's been orchestrating family takedowns for years. Anyone who threatens her control gets eliminated, one way or another. Eliminated how? Financial ruin? Reputation destruction? Abraham's ex-fiancée? Currently living in a trailer park after mysterious fraud charges destroyed her family's business. Abraham's former business partner committed suicide after sudden bankruptcy caused by accounting errors that traced back to Harmony's shell companies. My coffee turns bitter in my mouth. And Abraham? Jack's eyes are sympathetic. Brake lines don't just fail on new cars, Mrs. Steele. I make it to my car before the tears come. My phone buzzes, a text from my daughter's teacher. Need to discuss enrollment status urgently. Then another message from an unknown number. Karma's coming. M. I'm about to call Fatima when another car pulls up beside mine. It's Bo. Thought you might need backup, he says, getting in. Also, I found something in those financial records about the night Abraham died. Tell me, large payment to a mechanic from one of Harmony's secret accounts 2 days before the accident. My hands grip the steering wheel. We need proof. Already on it, but He hesitates. This is getting dangerous. Maybe you should take the kids and... Run? I shake my head. That's what they want, what they expect. The helpless widow running scared. You're anything but helpless. No, I agree, starting the car. I'm not, and it's time they learned that. At home, I find another eviction notice, this one from the bank, citing mortgage fraud, my daughter's school rejection letter, a notice of investigation from the tax authority. They're coming at me from all sides now, trying to bury me in paperwork and legal fees. But they forgot something crucial. I have nothing left to lose. I call Fatima. Remember when you said we needed to fight dirty? Yeah? Get everyone together. Melina, Stacy, the investigator. It's time to show the Steeles what real karma looks like. What are you planning? I look at Abraham's picture on the wall, at our children's photos beside it. Justice, I say softly. And maybe a little revenge. The game is changing. They wanted a war. They're about to get one. The conference room at Steele Enterprises feels like a theater before the final act. Harmony sits at the head of the table, Killian at her right, both wearing identical expressions of smug superiority. The family lawyer shuffles papers, preparing to formalize my voluntary withdrawal from the company and sign over the house. Just a few signatures, Harmony says sweetly, and this unpleasantness will be behind us. I check my watch. 2:58 p.m., right on schedule. Before we start, I say, I'm waiting for my lawyer. Killian snorts. Your lawyer? Please, this is a family matter. The door opens. Fatima walks in, followed by Melina, Stacy, and, to everyone's shock, my sister Sasha. What is this? Harmony demands, standing. Witnesses, I reply calmly, for what's about to happen. Nothing is about to happen, Killian snaps. This meeting is private. Actually, Fatima interrupts, as shareholders, Melina and Stacy have every right to be here. Shareholders? Harmony laughs. Stacy isn't a... I am now, Stacy says quietly, placing a folder on the table. Killian transferred shares to me last month. Probably thought I wouldn't understand what I was signing. Killian's face goes pale. Before he can speak, the door opens again. Bo enters, carrying a laptop and projector. What is the meaning of this? The family lawyer demands. Evidence, I say simply. Sasha? My sister steps forward, pulling out a USB drive. Abraham gave me this the day before he died. Said to keep it safe until Layla needed it. This is ridiculous, Harmony starts, but falls silent as Abraham's face appears on the projection screen. If you're watching this, my husband's recorded image says, I'm dead, and my family is doing exactly what I warned Layla they would do. The room goes still. Mother, Killian, I know about the embezzlement, the offshore accounts, the systematic destruction of anyone who threatened your control. I have proof of everything, including your connection to what happened to my old partner. Killian jumps up. Turn that off. Sit down, Bo says firmly, or I'll call the FBI agent waiting outside. Abraham continues. I'm leaving everything to Layla. The house, the company shares, everything. The codicil is already filed. And if anything happens to me, all the evidence goes to the authorities. Harmony's face has turned ashen. This is a fake, a manipulation. The video is notarized, Sasha says, date-stamped and verified. Would you like to see the financial records next? Bo asks, opening his laptop. The payment to the mechanic 2 days before Abraham's accident makes for interesting reading. You can't prove anything, Killian snarls. Actually, Stacy says, I can. Those documents you had me witness. I kept copies, the ones you backdated to before Abraham's death. The family lawyer starts packing his briefcase. I should recuse myself. Stay, I command. You'll want to hear this next part. Fatima distributes folders to everyone present. Evidence of systematic fraud, embezzlement, and conspiracy, plus proof that Harmony has been secretly controlling the company through proxy shareholders for years, violating about a dozen SEC regulations. This is absurd, Harmony says, but her voice shakes. We're family. Family? I stand slowly. Family doesn't try to destroy their own. Family doesn't threaten children. Family doesn't arrange brake failures. You have no proof of that, Killian shouts. The mechanic confessed this morning, Bo says quietly. Full immunity in exchange for testimony. The room erupts in chaos. Harmony lunges for the documents. Killian moves toward me, but Melina steps between us. It's over, I say softly. The board has already been notified. The authorities are standing by. You have 2 choices. Resign quietly, surrender your shares, and face civil penalties. Or fight this and face criminal charges. You can't do this to us, Harmony whispers. You did this to yourselves. I turn to the lawyer. The papers, please. He hands me a different set of documents. One's Fatima prepared. Resignation letters, share transfer agreements, legal settlements. Sign, I say, or the FBI gets everything, including the brake line evidence. Killian grabs a pen, his hand trembling. Harmony stares at me with pure hatred before following suit. As they leave, Killian supported by a shattered-looking Stacy, Harmony alone, I feel nothing but exhaustion. You did it, Sasha says, hugging me. Abraham would be proud. It's not over, I reply, watching through the window as Harmony's car pulls away. There's still the shareholders meeting tomorrow, where they'll vote you in as CEO, Fatima adds, just like Abraham planned. I touch the screen where my husband's frozen image still glows. Let's hope I'm ready. You are, Bo says firmly, and we've got your back. Justice feels different than I expected. Not sweeter exactly, but final, complete. Tomorrow, I'll rebuild what they tried to destroy. But tonight, I'll go home to my children and tell them their father's legacy is safe, and so are we. The shareholders' meeting room buzzes with tension. Every seat is filled. Board members, major investors, family shareholders, all waiting to see how the steel empire will survive its greatest upheaval. I stand at the podium, my hands steady on its edges. Before we begin the vote, there are some matters that need to be addressed. Fatima clicks through the presentation slides. Financial records appear on the screen, drawing gasps from the audience. For years, this company has been corrupted from within. Today, that ends. I gesture to the FBI agent standing at the back of the room. Federal investigators have uncovered systematic fraud orchestrated by former CEO Killian and board chair Harmony. Murmurs ripple through the crowd. I spot Theo, the family accountant, trying to slip out a side door. An agent blocks his path. Mr. Theo, I call out, leaving so soon? before we discuss the offshore accounts? He freezes, then slumps in defeat. Another agent leads him away. The company's legitimate assets have been secured, I continue. The Children's Educational Foundation has been restored, and the charitable works that Abraham believed in will continue. Melina stands up. As a major shareholder, I move to nominate Layla as interim CEO. Seconded, Stacy calls out, her voice firm despite her pale face. Suddenly, the doors burst open. Killian storms in, wild-eyed and disheveled. This is a farce. Security, I start, but he's already halfway to the podium. You think you've won? He snarls. You're nothing, a gold digger who spread her legs for my brother's money. Bo and 2 security guards move to intercept him, but Killian's already pulling something from his jacket. A gun. The room erupts in screams. People dive under tables. Killian, I say calmly, though my heart pounds. Put it down. Or what? You'll destroy me? He laughs manically. Too late. I'll drag you and those bastard children down with me. Those children, a voice rings out, are your niece and nephew. Everyone turns. Harmony stands in the doorway, looking older than I've ever seen her. Mother, Killian says, his hand shaking. Tell them how she stole everything from us. No. Harmony walks slowly toward him. We stole from them, from Abraham, from ourselves. She reaches for the gun. It's over, son. It's not over. He swings the gun toward me. I won't let some worthless... The shot cracks through the air like thunder, but it's Killian who falls, clutching his shoulder. Behind him stands Sasha, holding a security guard's taser. Nobody threatens my sister, she says as agents swarm Killian. Hours later, after the votes are counted, the arrests are made, and the press statements are given, I find myself in Abraham's old office, our office now. Hell of a first day, Fatima says, bringing me coffee. Could have done without the gun, Bo adds, reviewing security footage with the FBI. At least it's done, Melina says, though Harmony's confession surprised everyone. Not me, I say quietly. She chose power over family for so long, she forgot what family meant, until she saw her son ready to kill for it. My phone buzzes, a text from the children's nanny. Kids asking when you'll be home. They want to show you their art projects. Go, Fatima urges. We'll handle the paperwork. One last thing, I say, opening Abraham's desk drawer. Inside is a sealed envelope marked when it's done. My hands tremble as I read his final message. My dearest Lay, if you're reading this, you've done it. You've protected our family, our legacy, everything we built. I'm sorry I couldn't fight this battle with you, but I always knew you were stronger than anyone realized. Don't let what they did make you bitter. Don't let their darkness dim your light. That's what I loved most about you, your ability to fight without losing yourself. Take care of our children. Take care of our people. But most importantly, take care of you. All my love, Abraham. Tears blur my vision, but I wipe them away quickly as Stacy enters. The press is waiting, she says gently. Ready for your first statement as CEO? I tuck Abraham's letter into my jacket, right over my heart. Yes. Outside, cameras flash as I approach the podium. Reporters shout questions about Killian's arrest, about Harmony's confession, about the company's future. I think of Abraham's words, about fighting without losing yourself, about not letting darkness win. Steel Enterprises isn't just a company, I begin. It's a family, not by blood, but by choice, by values, by the belief that success doesn't have to come at the cost of our humanity. In the back, I see my children arriving with their nanny, their faces beaming with pride. Today we choose a new path. Together. The applause washes over me like a wave, but all I hear is Abraham's voice in my heart. You did it, Lay. You did it. The autumn breeze rustles through the garden as I watch the contractors finish restoring Abraham's greenhouse. My daughter tends to her newly planted sunflowers while my son races his remote control car through carefully mapped paths. The roses are blooming again, Melina says, joining me on the patio. Abraham would have loved this. He always said the garden was the heart of the house. I pour her some tea. How's Harmony doing? Better, surprisingly. The therapy seems to help. She asked to see the kids. Not yet, I say firmly. She needs to prove herself first. My phone buzzes. A text from Fatima. Killian took the plea deal, 20 years, no parole. Good news? Melina asks, noting my expression. Justice, I reply. Finally. The doorbell rings. It's Beau, carrying financial reports and wearing a worried expression. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong, he says, spreading papers across the patio table. Actually, everything's right. Too right. The company's quarterly profits have doubled. The charitable foundation is thriving. Even the stock price is at an all-time high. And that's bad? It's unprecedented. He runs a hand through his hair. People are talking, saying you're even more ruthless than Harmony, just better at hiding it. I laugh, surprising us both. Let them talk. Mom, my daughter calls. Come see. The sunflowers are facing the sun. Nature's compass, I tell her, kneeling beside her plot. They always find their way to the light. Like you did? Sasha asks, appearing with a stack of mail. Speaking of which, you've got another letter from Stacy. Since testifying against Killian, Stacy's been traveling, finding herself. Her postcards come from increasingly distant places, each one lighter than the last. She's in Thailand now, I say, reading quickly. Teaching English to children. Says she finally feels free. Unlike Theo, Beau adds grimly, he's not handling prison well. His choice, I remind them. They all made their choices. The contractor approaches with final paperwork. As I sign, I notice Fatima's car pulling up. Emergency? I ask as she hurries over. Opportunity, she grins. Remember Abraham's old partner? The one Harmony destroyed? His daughter's startup is revolutionizing sustainable energy. She wants to partner with us. Poetic, Melina muses, rebuilding what they tried to tear down. My son crashes his car into a flower bed, sending dirt flying. Instead of scolding him, I find myself laughing. Mom? He looks confused. Aren't you mad? No, baby. I help him right the car. Sometimes things need to get messy before they can grow better. Speaking of growth, Fatima says, the board wants to make your CEO position permanent. Unanimous vote. Already? Beau asks. That's fast. That's trust, Melina corrects. Well-earned trust. I watch my children play, these walls that once felt like a prison, now a sanctuary. The garden Abraham loved blooms again, stronger for having been tested. Lay? Sasha touches my arm. You okay? Just thinking, I say, about what Abraham wrote in his last letter, about fighting without losing yourself. Did you? Beau asks quietly. Lose yourself? I consider the question, remembering the rage, the pain, the calculated revenge, but also the justice, the rebuilding, the healing. No, I realize. I found myself. My daughter runs up, holding a wilted sunflower. It's dying, she says sadly. No, I tell her, pointing to the seeds. It's transforming. Those seeds will grow into new flowers next spring. Sometimes endings are just new beginnings in disguise. Like with Daddy? She asks softly. Exactly like that. I hug her close. He gave us everything we needed to grow stronger. The afternoon sun bathes the garden in golden light. My phone fills with messages, board members, partners, employees, all part of this rebuilt family. The company holiday party is next week, Fatima reminds me. People are actually excited this year. Because it's a real celebration now, Melina says, not a power play. I look around at these people who stood by me, at my children growing strong and free, At this home we protected and renewed. Mom, my son calls, can we have dinner in the greenhouse like we used to with Dad? Of course, I say. Everyone's welcome to stay. As they all move inside, I linger for a moment in the garden. A final text arrives from Stacy. Found my light. Thank you for showing me the way. I smile, touching the roses Abraham loved so much. Their thorns remain sharp, but they no longer draw blood. We've all found our way to the light, and this time we'll keep growing toward it together.